Oh, baby.
I'm Pickle Rick! Special! Shut up, Meg.
What's up, everybody? How are we doing on this relatively okay Saturday? Hope your week went well. So, we had some early people in here. Let's see. Let me scroll back. It's going to screw up chat for a second, but that's okay. Ooh, no. Joe Russ, Franco Walker, Mr. Egg Cake. See, Slippy Fishy was in here earlier. Our Queen Liz Edwards stopped by. There's Fama, Zap Sparky, Pianoman, Big 8 News, Maurice Walker, C2S. Sure, I'm missing some people, but don't worry, I'll get you as we go. Hey, there's Rusty B. Oh, Mr. S. Mr. S, 450 watch, 430 stream streak. Good grief. All right. Well, fucking hey, all right. Well, cheers to that, buddy. Appreciate that. Shit. What's up, PJ? Evening, just pulled a muscle lifting my keyboard. It's been one of those days. Yeah, that's I get that. I get that. Probably a little dehydrated, maybe. That seems to be my issue a lot lately. At least I'm assuming that's what it was the other day when I was having weird chest pains, but fuck it. Still here, so we're still doing it. All right. Well, as soon as Clive gets here, we'll do the big toast, and then I'll show you what we got sitting over here. Besides that, nothing super exciting has happened, and that's not on because the main power bank went dead, and the backup power bank only has one output. So we're just going to kind of deal with that. Okay. Otherwise, oh, the giveaway. That was an actual good pick. It's actually boxed up, and I was going to take it to the post office yesterday, but I didn't go into work yesterday because I fucking tweaked my ankle on a kitty, because that's what kitties are there for. Raid imminent. All right. What's up, Renquist? Groko. So you didn't go to work yesterday. The ankle's fine now. But that's part of owning cats. That cats are full of fur, barf, and trip hazards, I would say. What's up, Shinra? Appreciate the follow on Twitch there, Barry. The awkward moment. What's up, everybody? Welcome. And thank you, Clive, for the read. What's up, Martin? Electron Box, Cats, Odd Bjorn, Cyberlate. There's the mouse in the house. Peter Harkins, what's up? I don't feel like I've talked to you in a little while. JSS, Happy Little Fox, DC, Dave, everybody's pouring in, so why don't we go ahead and crack our, I think they've stopped carrying the regular crisp apple at the store I go to, because all they've had is this lately, so that's fine. It's 8% instead of 5%. What's up, Norman? Cookie? Treasure Bloke, Dr. Bush, Pear, I am Beelzebub. Cheers, everybody, including you, Mark. Now try Cyberlight. Did I say side? Is that right? Still saving for taking your glasses off. I forget where that one is. I think that's a couple thousand, I think. Oh, what's up? Led Zepp. Good name, good name. Patam, Ireland? Pat O. Maybe that's a Pat O, Ireland? But either way, what's up? Punctuation rules. What's up with y'all? All right. So this is... Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Lose the glasses. Easy enough. So, what we will be going over a little bit later is went and hung out with my parents last weekend, Sunday, and I saw an old lamp sitting on the ground, and my stepmom said, well, you know, it used to be, you know, grandma's, but something's wrong with it, and she's not sure what to do with it, so she kind of figured she was going to just, like, throw it out on a yard sale or kind of thing. And I went, oh, no, if that was grandma's, I'm taking that, because me and my grandma were tight. So here's the top of it. I don't know how old it is, because I haven't taken a super close look at it yet, but that's the top. The switch on it seems to be the problem. And the interesting thing about it is, besides the bulb up top, and helium voice? Oh, good lord. Oh, wait.
Alright. Jesus. Oh my god, what you got to fucking can't do anything. Cheers, everybody. Stack them on. Alright. So I'm not sure how old this is. I'll check later when we're looking, and I have my glasses on. But there's a light in this, too. If you look. So I don't know if they both turn on or if one stays on or how that works. But it's got the old-fashioned key switch. That's really, really light. So I'm going to see if I can fix it. If I can't fix it exactly, I'll make it work another way. So, we're going to try and take that apart later just to see what's inside and maybe see how it works. And may have to go get a light bulb to see if it works, because I don't know that I have one in here. It should be one of that. Ooh, hey, everybody. That'd be a shame to toss that. Yes, Foxbert.
Plus, like I said, me and my grandma were tight. So I don't want to let something like that go. I may give it back after it's fixed. I'll either give it back to my stepmom, most likely, and just tell her, you know, when it's time, I'll take it back kind of thing, you know, to make sure it stays in the fam. Because my step family's like my family. My real family's a bunch of fuck ups, except my stepmom and dad. So yeah, and like I said, we'll look later, see if we can figure out, see if there's any indication on how old it is. And appreciate the follows. Let's see, CNK in Patom, Ireland. Stacking on the things there. Cheers again. Let's see what we got going on in here. Metal sound switches like a trouble, Marvin. Yeah, that since it does have a metal base, I have a feeling one of the upgrades will be a ground pin for it. I mean, like, I know it's a lamp, but you know, it maybe wouldn't hurt. We'll I'll figure that out. Converted oil lamp. The key was for adjusting the wick. Nah, that's an actual click switch. Like, I've seen them before on old lamps. It just looks like a key, but it actually clicks on, clicks off. And depending on how it's set up with two lights, I almost wonder if it's like one, the other, or both. Don't know. Guess we'll try and see if there's an easy way to figure that out. I don't know if the bottom one has a bulb in it, or if it does, if it even works. You can make it USB powered? I could. If I can't fix the base to use the old school bulbs, then yeah, I'll probably convert it over to something. And since it does have a bountiful base on the bottom from the looks of it. It maybe even just do something that's battery powered as well. That way, power goes out, they still have a source of light. Oh, yeah, it is time for the VertoThermoWhoofle, isn't it? All right, let's do that. Is that up? That's up. That's good. Should be working. And of course, later, obviously, we have Pussies and Pianos. Watch the kitties go num-num. All right, number one. One for Freddy. Set chat on fire. And ooh, that was a big one. All right. Wearing the same mouse flashy all year round ass cookie. That's the only one I could find. Like once I realized I wasn't wearing it, I got a bunch behind me and some in the other room. Because a lot of times I'll forget I'm wearing them, and then like I'll get ready to go to bed and be like, oh, why am I lighting up? Like one time I actually turned the lights out, laid down, and then wondered why everything was flashing in my eyeballs. But yeah, so they're kind of spread all over the house. Oh yeah, my hands are always cold. I'm even like all done up. Like I got socks on, long jammy jams, and I'm still a little chilly. Mouses, supercomputers. Flashything.etsy if you want to get one of these, and there's all kinds of different designs as well. Holiday theme, not holiday theme, the OG, big ones, medium ones. What's the best way to contribute money to the channel? That would be through the donation link through Streamlabs, because that is direct through PayPal. That takes the least amount of BS off of it. That would be like the donate link. Actually, it's over here on Twitch. It would be that link there. That is the best way, because that basically is, no matter what you give, it takes like $1.50 fees out, because I don't actually extract anything out of PayPal. I just use it to help pay for the stuff through PayPal. So I avoid all those extraction fees that way as well. I appreciate you asking. Let's see here. 3, I'm getting deaf for the high pitch, says Pear. Yeah, that's what they say. That's kind of one of the first things to go. The key usually screws off of the switch when you turn it counterclockwise, says Ultra Turret. Yeah, that's one of those. Yeah, if you turn it backwards, it's like, whoop, whoop, and then you got to put it back on. I'm guessing, like, you could kind of defeat that with maybe a little bit of, I don't want to put Loctite on it, obviously, but I'm almost wondering if a little bit of almost electrical tape on there, so that when you roll it, it gets kind of hung up a little bit or something, you know what I mean? Chopperoonie likes this. Yeah. This is the 90s metal classics on Spotify. Christmas tree is perfect. Which one? That one? It looks pretty good. It's just a shame it's kind of back behind there, but I think stuff figure it's close enough to holiday season. Might as well keep that going. Hello, Mr. Dog. What is up, DJ Bones? How are you? Jack Attack redeemed. Highlight my message. My mate failed his Aboriginal music exam. I asked him, did you redo it? Oh boy. Raider, oh yeah, the Twitch thing's going crazy with the raid stuff still. What, you're not going to install a clapper on it? I mean, I could, I guess. I don't know that I'd want to put that much extra stuff in there, since I'm probably going to be cramming. If I do convert it to LED, I'll be cramming. I'll probably put 3 18650s that I have that are, I got a bunch that are like 30, I measured 3200 milliamp hours out of Ego, the Amazon wireless power tools. Like they have good Samsung cells in them usually, from what I've discovered. Here's to you, Jack. I'll be coming to Aussie in 2 weeks, says Cookie. Traveling to Australia. Oh, yeah. All right. Cheers to that. Epic lamp. Yeah, I like the lamp. I like it. We'll take a closer look at it here. I guess we'll start dicking her with it in like 10 minutes. About top of the hour, we'll do a toast. We'll switch cameras and see what's in the base and see what we can figure out. Worst comes to worst, I know I have an LED bulb over there that I could take out of a fixture so that I'm not like roaming the house looking for a bulb. I used to have one over. What was that? Oh, which one was that? Hamish tipped 1337. Very elite of you. Well, thank you, Hamish. Much appreciated. Cheers to that. I don't hear that one that much. That's like it's the best one, but it's like not the built-in one. So, but it's whatever either way. Thank you. What's up, Ram 50? Unboxing video. I still got to watch a couple of Clive's videos. Been falling a little behind. Martin V2MRX Mouse says to check your email. The way, who knows with mouse, it's either sexy LED stuff or sexy diesel stuff. Could adapt the light to take a generic Chinese power tool battery. Yeah, but there's no great place to really hide that, like a base for that, especially if I'm trying to put batteries and a light inside, because I don't want to like fill up the bottom, because it's kind of a nice look when you got like the open air look underneath it. But we'll see what's in there. Shouldn't be much in there. I mostly just want to see if that's just an on-off switch or if it's like a Switchington switcher. Was waiting for the Ojo generator to bite him and hearing a dirty Clive word. Okay, I'll have to watch that tonight as I'm messing around with for those that play the game Vane, me and Killer Mike have, I'll say this every once in a while. We opened up a PvE server multiplayer that runs off the computer in my basement, and tonight I'm going to attempt to open a separate one for testing on the same computer. Should be fine. Find out. Clapper light would be a telltale sign of activities if in the sleeping quarters. I don't think we'd have to worry about that at this point. Not sure that that's really an issue in that household anymore. Ram 50, it's 47 degrees and breezy here in Arkansas. It is there we go. About the same here, about 45. Or let's see, what's that in Celsius? What, like 7 or 8 degrees outside? It's warm in here because of the fucking, I've been playing games all day. Clive says, I've had a few shipments of Chinese tat arrived recently. Oh, there you go. Is YouTube still trying to give you shit over the unboxing videos? Or are you just going to like space them out a little bit more so that they bugger off? Anyway, if you could pimp up the light with RGB, yeah, I have a few possibilities. Well, I'll see what we decide to do. Also, since it is for my stepmom, I don't want to necessarily add too many features. You know what I mean? Just because she's just pretty much going to be looking for an on-off light, but might be able to add some bonus features in there. Gaggle is cleaning up an old camera lens. Well, be careful with that. Like, I got to get new glasses. I have an unusual issue with wearing glasses. Because I tend to keep them pretty close in. I don't know if you'll be able to, any way to make this visible or not. Let's see what the camera can see. Now you can kind of see it there, but anyway, right here and right here are all scratched up because I work in places that have a lot of dust, abrasive shit floating in the air. It gets on my eyelashes, and my eyelashes are just long enough and my glasses just close enough that they brush up. Like every time I blink, I can feel them like just barely brushing up against my lens. So I'm literally, every time I blink, I'm grinding my glasses down. So I need to sort that out. I guess I got to talk to the optometrist and be like, can we make sure that this doesn't happen again? Because that's a really weird problem to have. And it may also just be because since my glasses are way out of spec at this point, I may be unconsciously pushing them closer and closer, causing the issue. But yeah, that's trim the eyelid. I'm about to set them on. Never mind. Something. God. I didn't need glasses for technical stuff, says Benji. Yeah, I need them for everything. And what's up, 6F6G? Welcome back. Rudy, -4 Celsius, where you are. That's terrible. That's, let's see, the third, that's about 26 degrees Fahrenheit. That's stupid cold. I hate dealing with that, because usually when it's that cold, it's always the time I got to work outside, which is fine, but like, it still sucks, you know. Mike broke 4 pairs in the last year. That's rough. Especially my my prescription is fucking whack. It always, there's no, like, even if you go to like lens classes or next day lenses, they're always like, yeah, sorry, this is going to take a minute because my astigmatism is whack in both eyes and they're uneven and everything's freaking weird. Ram 50, my Scrufdog, my forklift mast cylinders decided to shit the rod seals. That's going to be fun. Who's that? Belmont, longest commitment I've had in years. 2 months on Twitch. Oh, fucking right, man. Appreciate the support on purpose. Cheers to that. 50. The only really difficult part of doing a gland seal, which is what it's called, just like our glands. I don't know. I guess it's because it's what the rod comes out of. But anyway, the hardest part of doing a gland seal is just getting the fucking thing loose. Like, once you get that thing loose and spinning, everything else, getting the seals in and out isn't too bad. You're going to have you're going to have possibly one of 2 situations to deal with on those seals. One, Franco, member for 20 months. Let's do it. This one, toast for that. Cheers for that. So you're either going to have this a flat rubber seal that kind of looks like a U seal that goes around, usually has an O-ring tucked into it. Those can get really, you got to fold them things into a fucking taco to drop them in and let them poing out and just try to get it in there. Or if you're really fucked, you may have the lovely white seal that we all hate. If it is a white seal that just will not fucking go over it, boil it. Like, I literally carry a soup can, an aluminum hanger that basically just goes bloop, got like a little dip in it that I set on the can, and I put the seal in the little bloop, fill the water up so the seal's all the way in, and I stick my fucking torch under the can and hang that bitch out the door. I boil it, and then it's soft enough to pop over and squish it back on. That kind of works with the other seals too, the U seals. You just got to watch, because then the inner seal, if it has one, may pop out. But it's not that bad. It's just getting the gland seal off is the worst part. So what I generally recommend and what we do is we get that thing loose before we undo any type of mount. Anything. Don't undo. The only thing you want to make sure is there's no pressure in the cylinder, obviously, as best you can. Like, you can undo the hoses, but anything that mounts, leave it on there until you get them gland nuts off. Otherwise, once you get it out, you're going to have to get it in a vise. And if you put it in the wrong vise, you're going to crush the tube, and then you can use bigger tools, but do your best to get it loose while it's still on the truck. Isn't a gland seal a condom? Yes, that would also be a gland seal, I suppose. Fama says you should ask before mounting. Well, yeah, you should ask before mounting. Yeah, but when you're dismounting, I think it's that permission has probably already been granted. But yeah, no, the first time they told me, I was like, they're like, yeah, and then when you go to rebuild a cylinder, you got to take the gland nut off, and I'm like, but, what the fuck did you call that? They just rolled their eyes and they're like, yes, it's called a gland nut. And I went, all right, just wanted to make sure because I'm going to be fucking using that one every time I can. All right, let's do top of the hour toast, and then we'll pop this lamp apart real quick, and then we'll take a look at some of the pictures people have sent in. So, cheers, everybody. Top of the hour. MK, don't worry about the switch on that lamp. The key is only turn clockwise in use. Yep, it is never turn counterclockwise. Oh, I know. Yeah, I knew that. I'm just wondering if there'd be a way just to secure it a little bit. Thanks for the follow there, Midweek Gold. All right, let's make sure the camera's working. Wherever the hell it is over there. There it is. Yeah. All right. Let's see what's in this thing. Let me grab the mouse of the beer. Yeah. All right. Okay. Hold on. I forgot to drag the other window over here so I can make sure I see what you see. And what the hell did I just do? Come on, buddy. You can do it. This ain't the first time you try to run a live stream. Goddamn. All right. Let's see here. What's up, Block Watcher, by the way? I don't think I said hi to you yet. Velmet, what's up? If I haven't said hi. James Randolph, what's going on? Wow, look at the dust. There's a lot of dust in there. All right, first, let's see. I wonder if there's anything on here that possibly has a date stamp or date marking, or probably not. It's just cast stuff. Would most likely, I suppose, be on a sticker. It's just a generic sticker. So I guess we won't necessarily be able to figure out a date for it, but looks like it comes from the bottom. Alexa, studio lights on.
Okay.
All right, there's that little guy. That's just up a tube. This may have to unscrew from the top. Because this will pull through, but obviously this is going to get in the way. There's just a little nizzut on there. I wonder if Teflon tape would make the key stay on better. It might. It just add a little bit of friction without like going all Loctite. All right, the nut is spinning the entire shaft, but that's also making this come loose. So we're just going to go with that. Need a retro converter back to a paraffin lamp. Like, do you think this was originally like a different style lamp that they converted? I mean, it kind of feels like it's just, I mean, if you were to convert this, like, what is there to convert? It kind of would seem like a full replacement. Okay, we need to figure out how to get this to move. There we go. Okay, that's now moving. That looks all, I'm feeling this was made like this. Like it might be a reproduction or something, but I know Grandma had it at least 30 years because I saw it when I was growing up. It's a shame that's not notched right there to just pop this through that way. Let me take this out so I don't have to worry about breaking it. Let me move the big lamp over. Like obviously I'd like to do this without cutting any wires because that's how it was put together, I'm sure. I mean, I suppose it's possible that they crimp as you go. My spit would corrode the frame. That's neat. Yeah, this whole thing is like sideways. Let's see, what does that say? What kind of switch is this? Just a regular lamp holder. Doesn't say anything about it. Doesn't say anything about it being multi-position, so it's just all on, all off. And that's crimped on, which means the wires would be coming out. So that means, how the f did they do that? Any way I could figure this one together is if they somehow did the wires up on this end first. I don't really want to, you know what, that's fine. Pretty sure we're going to go ahead and convert this to LED, so why don't we just go ahead and try not to break the damn thing. Get the snippies. Let's just cut this out. I mean, we're going to replace, we'd be replacing all the copper anyway, you know what I mean? Yes, that little bit's important. Alright, so there's that. Then we can take this apart. Yeah, that's just... So that sits about like that. I guess this just literally floats. Boy, they were really dependent on gravity on this one. Holy shit. Alright. I may do something with that too, just to kind of help out a little bit. Damn. Alright. This out the top. That's a little... It's got some years in there. I like the base. And as big as that is... I may have to use something other than 18650s. Unless I do a triple stack. And then put LEDs around them so that it radiates out so you don't see the shadow. And then just put a big ass something LED up top. Hell, if I do LED light, no, I don't want to do light strips because then you'll see all the individual lights through. But I can get, yeah, I can do a low voltage bulb on that. Make this USB powered. Then she'll have a backup light as well. Clean that up. It's a little dented. Hell, we can polish this shit right back up, can't you? Oh no, I'm not gonna get real aggressive with it, but a little bit. Shine a UV light on the glass. Which kind? Purple or B or C? I got C under the table. I got B in the other room. Clean that up. I think this will be a good project. Shouldn't take too long. I'll just have to... What I'll do, I'll see what they have for various low-power bulb-style bulbs. Because there's nothing saying I still can't use this. Or even the switch. Like, I could still use this and the switch. If I can straighten the base out. I could still use it. Because at that point, even if the switch is old, 5 volts wouldn't be bad. Or I can just figure out which way is on, take the key off, and then have a switch on the base. Like maybe a clicker, inline clicker switch or something. Oh, we'll see. I'll see if something like this is available as well, new, because you can see it's... I mean, I could probably fix that, but... I don't know. Every time I've had a socket do that, I've just replaced it because it seems like once it does that, it's kind of done. Print a PLA diffuser. Could do that if I can get my damn printer to work. Replacement 3-way switches are easy to get. Okay. Yeah, if I can get one of these in 3-way and do it in low voltage, so I could do one, have them switch between the lights, that would be cool. I have to look that up. Alright, well, we're going to leave this in pieces. I can just polish that up. Keep this socket just in case. And everything else we'll just end up cleaning up. Old sticker. The glass itself is in good shape. Oh yeah, UV light. A or B UV or any of them. All right, give me a second. Let me go get my PP detector. Alexa, studio lights off.
Okay.
I got one of these guys. Let's see. What are we looking for here? Should I check to see if it's radioactive too? Does not seem like it is doing anything unique. Just making it purple. Yeah, it's definitely not, what would you, I guess you would say, fluorescing anything? What's that? Ooh, that gets bright. I guess just for kicks. Well, since it's sitting here, I don't know if it's charged up. Doesn't seem to be radioactive. That's a shame. God damn, I need to get something radioactive in this house. Like, how often you hear somebody say that? Really got to get around to doing that. So I can listen to this thing actually do something. That's pretty typical for background there. Alright. Well, that's what we got. That's what we're rolling with. Let me put this back on here so it doesn't get lost, just in case. Either way, I'm going to keep the key. If anything, I'll keep the key. I mean, I'm not that I'll be able to use it for a switch, but maybe I will. So, alright. Well, there's that. Pretty simple. If that is a 3-way switch, which would be nice, or if I can get this in like a 3-way style, that would be fucking sweet, which I feel like that wouldn't be too hard to do. How far of a click is this one? See, 1, 2, 1. Alright, this has got to be on off. It's 90 degrees every turn. So this is a 2-way, so this was all or nothing. But if I can get selectable, that'll be even better. It should glow green if it's uranium glass. Oh, okay, yeah. Lick it? Yeah. Tastes like dust. I mean, that's... Tastes like metal. I don't know what we're tasting for here. Oh, that's charged. Got a new fucking sparkle-tastic fucking vape thing. It's funny. It says if you touch it here, you can like do all kinds of stuff, turn music on and shit, but I've never actually gotten it to work. I guess once it's done, I'll take it apart to see if there's actually a sensor or anything there. Because you're supposed to just be able to tap it and do all kinds of stuff. Like turn the lights off. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Supposed to turn it off. Oh my god, it worked. It actually turned the lights off. There must be something there. What is behind? Does anybody know what is actually behind that? Or is it... Because they say it only works right there, and that seems to be the case. It's not exactly what I would call translucent. Although I might see green behind there. Yeah, okay, so it actually matters to turn the lights off. That's the first time that's actually worked. Holy shit. Okay. Anyway, so we're done with that. Let's see what y'all have sent in, shall we? And I'm going to turn the scorpions down a little bit. It's actually kind of loud in my ear holes. Oh, wait. Well, I guess hold on while we're here. And I know Clive took care of this, but I'll really take care of it for you. Remember, eyes wide open. Here, here. It's all or nothing. Okay. God, I love this smell. I don't know. I kind of like the light blue color a little bit better than the purple anyway, but that's just me. I've always liked that because I find UVC to be a fairly unique blue, and the thing that, like, you pretty much know it's UV fucking C and nothing else. Like, I know they can get close with LEDs to try and fake it, but I really just like the visual of the true UVC light. This will be cool if we LED it up. That's a good call, everybody. I think we are going to just LED the hell out of this thing. It's not like I don't have like a couple thousand of them downstairs to work something out. Might be able to just go simple circuit and skeletonize something for it. The other thing I might do is to help eliminate hotspots. If I make a ring of LEDs, have all the LEDs facing in the center, just so they have, you know, an extra couple inches to do that. And I'll probably crack, if I use like 5mm, depending, or 3 or 5mm, I'll end up cracking the tops off just so that it's a little more of a spread. Maybe do a diffuser if I can get the goddamn printer to work, but to do that, I got to get the Capricorn tubing out of it because it is all fucked up. Like, I think the end of the tubing is finally just hard and needs to be cut, but I got to get the goddamn thing out. It is in there. Love the smell of ozone in the morning. Hell yeah. Mal says I'll get a copyright strike from George Lucas for making lightsaber sounds. And you know, the problem is that's not probably too far-fetched because everybody's got to hit their fucking copyright. Oh, speaking of copyright, so let's see, 2 vein streams ago, was that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday I did a vein stream. Monday or Tuesday, I forget. And, you know, and I used my typical intro, which, here, I'll just play it for you real quick. Like, not the whole thing, but it's my vein intro, which, here, I'll just do this real quick, just to show you a little bit of it. Just so you hear the song that's playing. Most of you should know this song. So I'm sure most of you recognize that as the common name is when the Doom music kicks in. That's like the sound, like the main theme track to Doom Eternal kind of thing. So literally 6 hours before my stream, some copyright hack fucking uploaded a capture of him just doing whatever. And that song playing in the background, Mick Gordon's Doom Eternal OST, original soundtrack. And then they fucking put copyrights on it and then tried to copyright strike my fucking vein stream for using that intro. And I went, oh, hell no, dude. I sat there for like 20 minutes gathering up all this fucking evidence. Here's the stream link to the original. Here's their thing. I see it's only 6 hours old. So that's kind of a clue right there that it's a scam and this and that. Dude, 12 hours later, unheard of by fucking YouTube. Response time. 12 hours later, they came back and said, yeah, it's taken care of. You're no longer monetized. You're no longer facing a copyright strike or anything. And that account that did it is fucking gone. So, like, YouTube did good on that one. Like, I'm fucking impressed. Like, you know, cheers to YouTube. Like, that was amazing. It only took 12 hours. And apparently Diamond Hammer, I don't know if it was recently, but he was saying he got hit by something like that at one point, did the same thing and came out clean. So I'm wondering if like there was like a rush of copyright scammers the other day or something like that. But yeah, now like, I mean, you got to remember, lately, all you hear about is like AI bans on YouTube and fucking everything getting fucked up and channels getting screwed over for no reason. But goddamn, they did good, and they did good on a tiny YouTuber. Like I don't know. Sorry, that just amazes me, like in a good way. That like maybe they're starting to fix their shit. Very rare to hear people commend YouTube customer service. I know, Pizik. Welcome, by the way. Yeah, I can't. It amazes even me that like, yes, it's a very good customer service experience with a copyright issue, because usually you either wait the whole 30 days, nothing happens, and it gets turned off. The thing that bugs me about that the most is that immediately after I was done the stream, they forced it to be monetized because of the fucking copyright strike. But luckily, I only had to wait 12 hours to turn the monetization back off, because I don't monetize my live streams. Wait a minute, there was a bunch of things. Give a toast. Yeah, okay. We're gonna do that. Let's use this one. Cheers to good customer service in general. How's that? AI bans at cyber. Oh no, like all kinds of weird shit. Music that shouldn't be copyrighted, that is like open source or is being used with fair use copyright. And like apparently a lot of people they're they're disputing it, not fighting it, disputing the claim, and like some are saying like almost immediately they're getting hits back saying nope, you're screwed kind of thing. And it seems like AI just doesn't understand or is overstepping or something like that. You know what I mean? Oh, yep, 420. Cheers for 420. Is that a naughty vape? Asked Pizik. Well, I have 3 here. This one's almost empty. 2 are one thing and 1 is the other. It should be obvious which ones are what. 2 of those you can buy at a regular store. 1 of those you have to buy at a special store. There are great music covers out there. Yeah, and that's the problem. I think one of the things with AI is that if you do a really good cover of a song, it's going to just assume it is the song, because it may not be able to pick up nuances and little differences in the voices and shit that we can tell, because some good covers, like, you really can't tell the difference. So that's another problem out there. So, hey, what's up, Spiker? Yeah, yeah, I don't know. So that was cool that happened. I don't know. I wonder if like putting scam in there like triggers human review or something like that. If someone's claiming it's a scam, I have no idea, but it's fucking spot on. Speaking of spot on, let's share some pictures from everybody before we get to pussies and pianos while we're talking. Cyberlight, Michael Jackson Beat It in ska style is absolutely nuts. 9 Inch Nails cover the Jimmy Cash song. Well, wait a minute. Hold on, there's that. Which you talking about there? Because they've done back and forth a couple times. Pictures. Let's start over here. Wait a minute. Yeah, we'll start with Mr. S. What do we got here? Sleepy Warm Kitty. Bottom capture. Here's Mr. S's super floof, keeping warm. You know, that's one of the warmest spots in the house. Trust me, I know. Fuck. Well, actually, yeah, I guess it would still be warm on top of my gaming rig, even though I don't have chimney fans. Of course, the studio rig with chimney fans would probably overheat because there's pretty much the main exhaust fans. That's cool. See the sleepy floof. Well, thank you for that. It's good to see him. Looks very relaxed, and I'm sure very warm. Let's see what we got from Lockwatcher of the Pancake Man. Oof. Ugh. There we go. Here we go. A stack of cakes. Good size. Was about 6-7 inch cakes there. It's usually good size to make sure you don't overcake it. The first of 2026. All right. Here's some twins. There you go. That's for all the booby people in the channel. Good to see. Those look a little overcooked for me, but that's all right. The pancake devouring with the pancake money shot. Could use far more butter, but that's okay as well. We don't all want our arteries to become as hard as a bus. What do we got here? Can't zoom. It's that solder sucker, an old electric, I'm guessing RC car? Or just something that kind of drives or makes no. Oh, no, wait a minute. Is that an AM antenna? 9-volt. Is that a radio? Because that looks like an AM antenna. Feeling like that's a radio. I love the segs. Benji, I have to do some pancakes soon. By all means. Okay, Rob. Apparently Pianoman's Rob phone exploded. Oh, here we go. Rebuilding a 1980s Radio Shack car-shaped radio. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. That's cool. Make sure you put a nice speaker in it if you can. Make that thing sound banging, even if it's only an AM system. But yeah, as soon as I saw that coil, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm pretty sure that's only one thing. All right. Good deal. Thank you, good sir. Excellent. Yes, very excellent. Let's see what we got over here. See how the Jubbinator's doing. The best bird. Yeah, I don't think that's quite the best bird out there, but if that attracts other birds, I'm sure that's why he's there. Just in case. Is that a grocery? That looks like one of my grocery bags. Is that bag bargain? With a kitty cat. Oh, any bag with a kitty cat in it's kind of a bargain. Turtle chips. What the fuck? Hard pass. Caramel popcorn flavor is gross. Honey soy would be much nicer with turtle. What are turtle chips? I haven't even heard of that. It almost looks like honey graham cracker cereal thing. That's weird. Mouse is out. I'll see you later, Mouse. What's up, Patame? Patame, I think. How are you? Welcome. Turtle chips. Yeah, I bet they are crunchy. See what we got from the Pianoman. Oh, we got some of his orchids. Or I think that's an orchid. That looks good. Very pretty. I like the coloring. That's a good, like, purpley color thing going on there. Oh, we can zoom in. Look at that. Almost look like little trichomes. I don't think you're supposed to smoke orchids. That would probably be bad. Musk mallow. Oh, musk mallow. Okay. Flowering indoors. That looks good. Oh, look at the little hairs. Does it have to shave its legs, or is that pretty normal? Where's the opium crop? That's probably in next week's update. Let's see what we got from Benji this week. Ooh. Got the holiday piano going on there. With weird words. Well, you know, weird to me. Oh, look at the Jurassic Park poster. Check that shit out. Nice. Looks like an old Chevy Bel Air off the screen you can't see on the side. Looks like it. Can you see it there? There you go. That's cool. I like how you got the old school stuff sitting around as well. That works. That works. Did I not? No, there it is. I was so chuffed that this flowered. That's good. That's good. That's a lot of snow. I missed getting that kind of snow here in Maryland. We used to get it every year or two. Ain't seen shit like that in years. Barely get a dusting now, and it's gone in fucking 20 minutes because suddenly it's 50 degrees again. What do we got here? We got tomatoes, lettuce, Almost looks like ham and more ham? I don't know. That kind of looks like ham. That might be ham as well. Either way, that looks good. I could go for a good, good hot sandwich kind of thing. I've been eating pizza and hot wings all weekend. Maybe bacon? Oh yeah, it could be bacon. It could be bacon. Yeah. A chicken titty? It could be. It kind of depends on the light. Guess we'll see what Benji has to say. Either way, I would eat the entire ass out of that. Oh, woo, wait a minute. Woo, chill. What are you doing? Where'd that go? Is that a hair? We don't need that kind of food in there. It's bacon. Okay, is that a hair? Come on, man. Look at that. Did you eat a hair and not realize it? Your hairy BLT. Is that from this guy here? Could be. I know how that goes. Cat hair gets into everything. Turtle chips are what you get when a turtle chip steps into a chipper. That is true. Sleepy floof. Look at the wool nose. Yeah, it's probably floof hair. Is that it? Yeah, okay. All right, Benny. Thank you. See what we got from DJ Bones. See, day 20. Aha. Day 20 looks pretty good. Like they're growing even. You got lots of splits there. Good. You got the soft packs. Not a vermiculite there in the soil. Looking good. All right. Day 20. Good update. Just a sliver of tomato skin. All right. We'll go with that. El Presidente inspecting the concrete. Ah, yes. I do see some issues there. I'm glad that we have a proper inspector on scene. President Crispy responding to the call of the people. Why does that look like South Africa or South America to me for some reason? Must have Venezuela on the brain. Well, thank you for the update on the president. Good to see you doing well. A few minutes to Pussies and Pianos. Let's see, a vintage 8mm projector I have converted into a lamp. And the projector works. No shit. That's cool. That's cool having that as like a nice lamp piece and being like, oh yeah, it works too. Sweet. You have like good... I don't know if is that film? That looks like, yeah, that's film in there. Yeah. I assume you have some things you can actually put in there. Oh. No shit. Look at that go. All right. Very cool. I like how it's basically the size of a monitor. That's perfect. Glad that works. It's always good to see old pieces of kit doing their thing. And we have our flat cat. The flatus feline. Rocking some pancakes. Very good. Just make sure he puts enough butter on them. You know, like we got to represent butter on this channel. We need all the butter. Hopefully one of those pucks is actually just a butter puck. Well, thank you for this week's flat cat. Good to see he's starting the new year off with some nummy num num pancakes. That wasn't a Swedish erotica loop. No, that was not old school pornography. Oh, what a Chris. I slid off the road. Car is okay, but got a dented bumper. Oh, shit. Well, what were you doing? You must be careful when it's slippery out. I'm glad you're okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, when you look at this side, you see nice clear roadway, and it's like, well, what happened? But when you go this way, you go, oh, that happened. But yeah, definitely watch your ass out there. And remember, it doesn't matter if you have 4-wheel drive, 6-wheel drive, 300 fucking wheel drive, all-wheel drive. It doesn't matter. That just helps you go. nothing helps you stop on the snow and ice, even ABS. Like, it really doesn't help you stop much. You just need to be careful, folks. But I'm glad everything's all right. Glad you're okay. Glad it was just a dent. Because that could obviously get much worse. Let's see, where'd you stop? Yeah, that could have been a lot worse. Oh, glad you're all right. I'm glad you covered your license plate. All right, let's flip that back. Running right up to Pussies and Pianos. Oh, wait. Okay, Lock sent something for us. Lock Watcher just sent this. That's obviously at Walmart. I guess I'll be keeping an eye out for that. That is about the appropriate amount of butter for like 2 or 3 pancakes right there. That is about the appropriate amount of butter. That's a good picture. I would sleep on that like a mother Frencher. 4x4 equates to false sense of bravado for the inexperienced. Yeah, everyone thinks just because they can go, they can stop. It's easy to get traction to move, not so much to get traction to stop. Was it an Audi? I don't know. Looked like a car from another land, so I do not recognize it. Gramshaw, what's up? Can't park that, mate. God, I love watching them videos of people driving by accidents going, yeah, but fuck you. I love that shit. God. All right. Well, it's about time for Pussies and Pianos, where we get to watch the kitties have the Gucci. I can already hear Poofers out there meowing, so she knows it's time. Let me pull Rob up here. Let me pause this tune before it gets too far into it. Dream Theater. Connection there. Anyway, Rob. Cat plus Rob. Cat plus Rob. Oh, there. The dude's out there. The dude and Poover's been hanging out a lot. They fight all the time, too, so it's almost like they're a fucking married couple at this point. And the dude has been venturing out into the living room where everybody hangs out a lot more, so... I don't know. Anyway, let's flip that on over. See if anybody else is hanging out there. Let's see, put that on. No, actually, yeah, leave that right there. Nope, there's Mama. I guess Ronnie's upstairs. Really need to get that freaking through. Maybe I'll see if I can work on that tomorrow. I got some server stuff to do tomorrow as well, but I'll see if I can get that damn printer working. Like, I've been trying to print stuff, but it finally it's gotten to the point where you can only put so many nozzles on before you go, it's not the fucking nozzle. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's get to that. I will see everybody in a few minutes. Enjoy the music from Pianoman Rob. Huh? Well, fuck it. We'll do it live. Oh, we are live. Oh, hey. Hey, everybody. Thank you there, Pianoman Rob, for that. Always good to hear the keys a-twinkling. Grab myself a fresh beer, and I'm double-checking the server real quick. Good, I'm not seeing a lot of red. That's usually a good thing. But it is post Pussies and Piano, so you know what that means. P-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. There we go. All right. We had a jitter there, jittery jitter. That's all right. Let's see. Oh, right. Yeah, now you're looking at my dashboard. Forgot about that. Hold on. Oh, shit, I did the whole wrong button thing. Jesus. That's where we're supposed to be. Better. All right. Anyway. Ram 50 just ran out of cold beer. Well, all I have is a 10 and a 5-er. Yep. You naked time? Always naked time. Well, maybe not while I'm live necessarily, but I will say at least for the cats, it's always naked time. Oh, there's Poofers. Oh, yeah, where's Ronnie's tube at? Hold on a sec. I don't know where I moved Ronnie's tube to. Hold on a sec. Oh, hand me Twitch music back on. All right, give me. Now, Ronnie loves the shit out of that tube. He'll just sit there, he'll just sit in it all day and just kind of keep an eye on things from inside the tube. His butt's usually hanging out. There you go. You getting in, buddy? No, maybe. Well, we'll see what he does. Anyway, why can't I hear the Twitch music? Nobody hears the Twitch music. Why is Twitch music being dumb again? Hold on. I was like, wow, it's really quiet for Twitch music. Wow, the whole thing just crashed. Restarted the whole playlist. Okay, well, I don't even remember where we were. Let's just skip down to there. Alright. I was wondering why it was quiet. Sorry. Let me see what we got going on with the camera here. No Ronnie in the tube that I can see. Those two polishing up the rest. Dude, they like the tunnel thing. They fully love it. Mama hangs out in there. Ronnie's in it constantly. Mama's in it quite a lot. Sometimes they're one's in one and one's in the other. Hanspawn's refill time. Yes, yes. Cool cat skeleton. They have interesting toes. Yeah, it's beefcake. I got the one that didn't like have like the gimmicky red eyes thing that like, you know, most of that stuff has, because he's just chilling. He just hangs out and watches, gets run over by the other cats. Every once in a while he has a fish in his mouth, you know. He's just doing his thing. Mama and daughter. Calico and Dilute Torty. I love my little gray Torty. Blue the dog. Hey, I've been feeling really down recently because my girl left me and I feel like I don't have a place anymore. Any advice or anything I should do? Let's see. Because my girl left me and I feel like okay. Well, the biggest thing would be, not to sound stereotypical, but, you know, it leads to other things. Like, obviously, there's more than one person out there for you. It's all right to feel bad. There's no shame in feeling bad. Just, like, there's this stigma in the world that dudes are supposed to just suck it up and shit like that. Nah, it's okay to feel bad. It's okay to talk about it. Go over it. Obviously, don't do anything crazy or stalk your ex or anything, but take a break, take a breath, kind of look around, see how you feel, and just take your time with it. Like, don't just throw it away, or, you know, don't ignore it. Explore the feelings, figure out what's going on with yourself, and take a little break from it all for a minute. That's the easiest way. That's the other thing. Don't just go running up to another chick real quick, because a lot of times you may make the wrong decision because you're feeling so down anyway. So really, the thing is, just take it slow. Keep yourself in your thoughts. Like, be thoughtful. Not like, oh, nice and thoughtful, but like, be full of thoughts when you're doing different things, just to see how it's going, and just know, like, trust me, everybody has their ups and downs in lives. I was going from being homeless to owning my own house in my life. Like, everybody's got their ups, everybody's got their downs. It always sucks when it's your turn to be down, but there will be an up. That's the best I can tell you. I've gone through the whole thing. And obviously I'm still going through it. Right now I'm one of my up phases, but like I said, like, fucking part of my life I lived behind a dumpster. I only ate what I could steal. I've I hung out, did my thing, kind of did what I told you, and then slowly just fixed everything and improved things around me, and invested time in myself to improve myself, not worry about what others fucking think about the things. Just do your thing. Just do your thing. Yeah. But yeah, you know what I mean? But cheers to you, and you'll be all right. Be happy that you don't need to answer to anyone but you. This is Graham Shaw. I've been on my own for the last 6 years, and it rocks. Well, yeah, I'll tell you what. for me personally, after, of course, I dealt with a really bad person in my marriage. So the divorce kind of really was way more freeing than some other people's. But there is also the thing of, when I say like investing in yourself, like take time to do what you want to do for a little while. Get back to things that maybe you were doing before you met them that felt like it enriched yourself. Do things now to enrich yourself, to improve yourself, and then when you think it's ready, or when you think you're ready, go see what you can do. But just keep in mind, man, the dating scene out there is kind of shit. I ain't gonna lie. But just do your best. Punctuation rules, what's up? Well said, I might try. Jack Attack says, diarrhea awareness week next week. Runs until Friday. Cheers. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, my up in life right now is one of the biggest ups I've had, and it's literally followed the absolute worst down I've had. Like, I was down more towards the end of the divorce than I was even when I was homeless. Just how the situation goes. But I went from literally the worst situation in my life to the best situation in my life on July 2nd, 2023, when that fucking hour hand went clink and hit midnight. Because then I knew my hell was over. But I know that's kind of veering off the topic of what we were talking about. But yeah, just do your thing with yourself. I don't, or whatever. But just be with, just do you. Just do you. Speaking of ups, says JSS Wizard, I was chilled to my aching bones when I finished work yesterday. I ate a pack of gummies, took a hot shower, built a fire in the fireplace, fell asleep on the couch. It felt great. Yep. Woke up later to my wife rubbing her pussy lips on my mouth. Life is good today. Life is good. That's not a bad way to wake up. Not at all. Not at all. And I know how that feels. Like when you get home some days, you're just, speaking of lips on the lips, music wise anyway. I know how that goes. Some days you just get home, your ass is whooped, but you get the best fucking sleep you have ever dealt with in your life. Jack Attack got a theme going on here. Getting over diarrhea may not be the greatest feeling ever, but it's a solid number 2. Cat that cat off of me. Cat that cat off of me. All right there, treasure. What are you doing, poofers? Hey, the poofy girl. She knows that's what her name is, too. Because I'll say that and she'll come running from wherever she is. Surprised I don't see Ronnie. He may have gone upstairs. He doesn't really hang out in the living room too much, which also may be why the dude has been coming into the living room more often. Since Ronnie hasn't been hanging out there as much. He likes hanging out in his room upstairs, which was the dude's room when the dude was new, because that was the only way to isolate them, but still let them sniff each other. So I kind of wonder if that's one reason why Ronnie was mad, because that is Ronnie's room, but the dude was borrowing it for a few weeks. Actually, a few months, because after the barriers came down, the dude just kind of stayed up there all the time, but now he hangs out in the basement and in my room. The Little Death. Yes, the Little Death. Ram 50, when it comes to dating, only my left and right hand have not cheated on me that I know of. Yeah, that's definitely a thing there too. Yeah. I don't have to worry about that. Did you hear about the woman with 3 vaginas? She got fed up at being fucked left, right, and center. Christ. A stray kid getting a left license. Is that because you're right-handed, or do you want to drive forklifts to the left all the time? What are we talking about here there, buddy? I don't know that I've really ever seen poofers go into the tunnel. I don't know that tunnels are her thing. Ooh, wow, why is that, like, zinging all of a sudden? Is that the dude? Center, let's see if we can get some crap zoom to see if that dude is sitting at the door like he usually is. I think he's there. That kind of looks like a little bit of his pattern through there. Ultra pixelated as it was. But not bad for like an $89 camera. Because now we get to see the mom pants. Taking a bath. Alright, I'll keep an eye on that, see if anything cool happens. As usual, I'll flip over as I do. The ship is listing. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, I want to get the fucking 3D printer working right so that I can get that mounted correctly in the correct orientation so that as it scans, it's a little more level. I mean, Grant, actually, ooh. Yeah, I'm going to have to see about that because depending on how I mount it, if it can't look down enough, it's kind of pointless. Hold on a sec. Let me see something here. CatCam. How low can that go? Let's see. Let's go to preset 1. Like, how much can I look at myself? Pretty significant amount. Oh, device is sleeping. Guess that's one way to make it turn off. Did I just... There we go. Okay, so it can go to look, it can look at itself, but apparently if it looks at itself too hard, it goes to sleep. It's interesting. Alright, so that does at least tell me I have some wiggle room for how I mount this. Because obviously the home needs to be where it is. As close as I can right there, so that we can see all the fuzzy butts. And actually, the way I've been setting out food, that is probably better. Yeah, actually, you know what? The way I've been putting out food lately, I'm going to leave that. Let me set that to preset 1. Or actually, preset, rename, updates. Okay. Delete that one. So now preset 1 goes there. Okay. That's going to be a little bit better for seeing the fuzzy butts. Had to run, Ram 50 had to run to the door to get the 12-pack my neighbor delivered to me. Nice, nice. Rob, I remade my electronic mirror camera mount last year. What did you do different to it? Killed it. Yeah, I guess when it tries to look into itself. The label wants to make Cherry Pie the single. Now the album's Cherry Pie, the band is Cherry Pie, and I'm the Cherry Pie guy. I feel like that is a pretty accurate quote. How does he slam in the back of his Dragula if the Dragula is a drag racing car with only one seat? That's a good question. I mean, I guess you could just throw the body in the trunk. It does have a lot of junk in the trunk. Took all the plastic off of the mirror and remade the brackets in mild steel and painted it all. Oh, there you go. So now it's more like cool looking and not just a mirror, you know, an obvious mirror kind of thing. My asshole outdoor kitty just decided to jump in my lap. He has his own video on my channel. Well, there you go. Check out Ram 50 VH channel for an asshole outdoor kitty, which, asshole or not, kitties are kitties. Blackwatcher. So on Sunday, making a batch of jalapeno jelly with habanero with my basement batch of peppers. That's amazing. Like, are they still going? Like, are you picking them and they're still going even though they're inside now? Pianoman sent a picture of the Mecha mirror. Let's see. Oh, okay. There we go. So that is Rob's current mount. So that piece down there is out of a car mirror. Like, you know how like it can turn a little bit. So he gets a little bit of turny, a little bit of spinny. It works really fucking good. He made that, like, Rob's setup at his house is pretty fucking cool because a lot of it is DIY. His microphone, he built his microphone from bits and pieces of stuff. This is off of an electric car mirror motor. His piano audio setup's pretty unique too because the way he's got it run. And actually, I do believe he just simplified that recently. But yeah, that mirror thing's pretty cool. By the way, she brought home pizza and beer too. All right, Pussy Lips, pizza and beer. That's a fucking Saturday night right there. Or any night, really, gotta say. Arsehole cat or diced cat? Not a diced cat. Spiker says -1 in the North Londoniumber. I guess, or 9th, something. I feel like we're missing letters in there, but that'll work. It's cold where Spiker is. Let's go with that. Isn't Pancetta, John Cena bacon? Pancetta, just square bacon? I don't know. Is it square bacon? Top of the hour toot. Let's go with the new one. Alaska Ice. Cheers, everybody. Top of the hour. A little late. That's just kind of how we roll here. Fast swing and the left, right, up, down for fine adjustments. Oh, yeah, there you go, because it's got the pop out thing for moving left or right. Because if I remember right, it's one of the electric mirrors that moves out. So you can use that to aim it and then to fucking do more fine-tuning aiming. Appreciate those, Jack Attack. Pork belly pancetta. Pancetta? Pancetta? I think it's pancetta. Mirror fold for the big swings. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. It's literally cool where Spiker is. No, it's literally cold where you are. Unless it gets even colder as the winter goes on, then maybe it isn't that cold. -2 in West Yorkshire. -10 in northern Germany. God, fuck that. And that's Celsius. So that's really cold. Well, actually, no, that would be colder in Fahrenheit. Either way, it's cold. It's less than 0. It's fucking cold. It sucks. Pancetta? Like cheddar? Like if I lived in New York and was talking about cheese? Pancetta? Pancia is stomach in Italian. Okay. Kind of like cheddar? Pancetta? Yo, give me a pan of that cheddar over there. Pancetta. All right. That's easy. I'll do my best to remember that one. Have you played Terminator No Fate? I don't think so. No, I haven't played it. How new or old of a game is that? Right now, I'm just playing Vane and every once in a while pulling up Surrounded. Black Watcher, watching a time travel series, only 8 episodes. Well, you figure if it's time travel, they could have done it in 1, but all right. Called 11/22/63, based on a Stephen King book, a Kennedy assassination story with time travel. Sounds familiar. I may have read that at some point. I've read a lot of Stephen King books back in the day. This cat loves to pretend he is a dead animal in a yard so he can attack buzzards when they land. Oh my god, Ram 50, that's fucking hilarious. Better hope that doesn't backfire. One of these days you're gonna get a fucking turkey buzzard or turkey vulture that's gonna like land with a knife and be angry. So Kennedy was an alien monster. I mean, he may have. Huh? We need an Arc Raiders posse. I have the game. I haven't really actually played it yet, because especially with the Vane server doing the server stuff, I'm kind of in that game a lot, just watching over, doing admin-y stuff, and keeping up, trying to make sure I'm ready for winter in the game. I really do like that about the game, the fact that not only are you just surviving to survive, but you have to prep for the winter when everything is fucked. So, anyway, good game. That's my new Scum. I ain't gonna play Scum for a while because it just keeps him buggier and buggier and buggier, like a goddamn entomology exhibit at the museum. T800. Okay, that's a Terminator. 50 Ram 50. He's been doing this for 4 years. Never loses and averages 5 or more buzzards a year. Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. That is a no joke kitty right there. Wow. Daughters near Hamburg is City Light. Wait, what? Very nice city. Oh, okay. True English speakers own all the temperature numbers. Yeah, I try to know all of them. I do my best. I do my best. Yeah, are we caught up on that? We're caught up there. Let me make sure we're caught up with everything here real quick. Because I know sometimes I fall behind on stuff. I think that's everything. All right. Pronounced like Jeddah. Cheddar. Treasure Bloke, I kind of regret blueprints as it loads of time restarting the same game a bit too much, unlike Outer Wilds, which was amazing. Okay. Well, Vane hasn't been too bad. It's very early access, and like it shows in the software logs all the errors and all the shit, and just all the different bugs. Like we had Diamond Hammer was on the server today streaming, and he had 2 large, like those big square box fans. From the best I can tell, they suddenly decided they wanted to try and mate with each other during the game because it was just like they were literally just flying off into nowhere and then coming back and flying and then like really getting to it. I was waiting for like an S10 to pop out or something. Luckily I was on, so I like went over there and had to destroy the offending one. But there's a lot of weird bugs in that game, but they're kind of fun too, because like, you're just playing an early access game, so if some goofy shit happens, and hey, you know what, that's just kind of how it goes. Did they make babies? They tried, Mr. 8Cake. They definitely were trying, but I had to put a stop to it because it was quite violent. Like that was not a happy relationship. Fama, oh yeah, it's past 7 o'clock. Fama, slice lemon and pound chicken breast flat, flour and fry with garlic and olive oil, add lemon and pieces and add juice, white wine with capers, plate it over grilled zucchini and eggplant with melted fondant. I could eat that. I could definitely chomp down on that a little bit. PG, it was kind of PG-13 stream there. Like, luckily there wasn't any good angle. We didn't see the exhaust entering the intake. But, Have you played My Summer Car? It's about being 19 years old in Finland and destroying an old banger. I have not. Write that down, I suppose. What is this one? Suppressors. Oh yeah, it's the glitch list for the server. Let's see. My Summer Car. Oh, investigate that a little bit. Fontina cheese. What is Fontina cheese? Red Dwarf, if it was a Bethesda game, Goofy Bugs would be ups normal. Yeah, that's funny. I was watching a video today, like, funny glitches in video games. I was like, great, this is a fucking Bethesda highlight reel, and it pretty much was, but they had some funny Arc Raider stuff in there. Some newer stuff, but a lot of fucking goofy Fallout 4 and just general Bethesda nightmare stuff, because when Bethesda, I'll tell you what, Scum has like a ton of bugs in it, but Bethesda's bugs, like, man, it feels like they gotta work to make some of the bugs they come up with. They are pretty amazing sometimes. Pretty amazing. My winter car, says Punctuation, just released, seems a bit of a cash grab, but it's still fairly charming. Yeah, well, I want to get both, but I'll take a look at one at least. And restoring an old banger. Belmont says, please calling my mom that. Well, yeah, it's a old banger. I mean, I guess if you got to be accurate or not, you never know. Oh, and if you're in there, this game is only like $20 and it's less on sale. If you're looking for like Scum that doesn't bug out, and is way more in depth than Scum was in most survival games. Like if they keep at the pace they're going, this is going to be like the greatest survival game ever. Ram 50, I'm not a video gamer, but have you seen what a PS4 poop slinger game is? No. I actually don't do anything with PlayStation. I've never been anything with PlayStation. I've always been Xbox and PC. And at this point, I'm just going to stay on PC because there's really no point in buying a console that costs as much as a computer but has half the power and is outdated and it's kind of shitty in 3 to 5 years, where I could buy a nice computer and have it last 4 to 5 years and then still be useful for other things after it's past its prime. And just, you know, play the fuck out of some games. Assuming you don't have to buy DDR5, but, you know. Graham Shaw is out. Right, really must be off to bed. As usual, I'm up in less than 6 hours. That is your standard protocol. Must get some sleep. If you must, go get some sleep. Goddamn. He tidied up for New Year's, but the bench left that alone. Yeah, you don't really tidy up your benches. You just kind of pick up a few things, put a few things back, and the rest you just push to the edges. That's all. If you even do that. That's only if you need it. That would take days to deal with. See, there you go. You push it all, and then like once a day you pick up one thing and maybe put it back. Or not. Whichever. Smasher, I hardly knew her, says Cookie. D-Wood, like in Scum, the sidecar bike is spawning on grapevines? What? Is this a new, like, I'll tell you, I haven't really, anytime I watch anybody stream and Scum at this point is if Kill Mike is. What are you, is that an actual fucking thing, D-Wood? Like, it sounds really like it, no, but it's a Scum, so that is feasible. Are you serious? Like, bikes are spawning on grapevines? Is that really a thing now? Because if so, holy fuck. Cyberlight, I prepared for New Year's Eve, but I was sick in bed all week. That sucks. Yeah, I was trying to get a bunch of stuff done over New Year's vacation, but when my shoulder blew itself out that Friday, I lost the 2.5 days I was going to get everything done, where 2.5 days I was just sitting in fucking bed because of that. Welcome back, I don't know what, should I just call you Pato? Patum? Pat? From Ireland? Is Pat good? Not sure how that whole thing breaks down. I just see the Ireland part. So I don't know if it should be Patum, Pata, Patame, Patamir, because we already have a Patame. What do you prefer there? How about we do that? Bench simulator. Yeah, workbench simulator. I mean, all I gotta do is turn 90 degrees and have that. You know me, call me Pat, okay? You know me, call me Pat. I will call you Pat. That works. That seems about right if you're in Ireland. I being roughly 50% Irish, I know that. Obviously know that Patrick is a thing over there, or just Pat in general. Fama says beef patties. Not sure if there's actual anything else going on with that statement, but either way, beef patties by itself and on its own is a pretty strong statement. I have a bunch of beef patties. I won't need to be eating them this evening because I still have a little bit of pizza and a bunch of chicken left. But that's okay. Pat is short for patronizing. Well, I mean, sometimes, but not always. Not always. Balmet says, I never did see the bicycle that the villagers said my mom had. Ah, boy, everybody got a ride, huh? Early days on YouTube, I won a hat from one. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I know. Yep. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know who you are. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I got you. I got you. Sure, I still have the email. I save all those. Which hat did you get? Did you get the one with the leather thing that seems to fall off after about a year? I'm getting ready to stitch my leather patch back on, but that's also why I switched hats over to the embroidered one, because those obviously don't have a problem. Yeah, I got to send out the 1911 Lego set out Monday. You know, I still have, like, you remember the collar I was supposed to send to Vera? That kept coming back. Well, I eventually just sent her one direct from the store. Like, I still have that collar. I should probably do a giveaway with that, and got something else back there too. I forget what. I mean, I got a couple things I can still do a giveaway for here coming up soonish. Who won it? They weren't a regular. Someone from, I'm not sure if they're from Mexico with an American, like a Texas address, or if they actually live in Texas, but someone I would say I didn't recognize as like a normal chatter. But let's see. Was it Afto? I think that's what their name was on YouTube, like Afto. For their online name. Obviously I have their real name here, but I'm not going to say that. But someone that I don't believe is a chatter, but apparently is probably a regular watcher. Which, it's one of those things, like, I know, like, I find it funny that I will watch various, like, just chatting or online things and not speak that often. Like, I want, every once in a while, I watch, what's his name? Asmongold. Every once in a while, I'll watch him. I never talk, never say anything. But even though I do that, sometimes when I hear from people that watch this but don't chat, I'm like, I wonder if they're a regular or not. But I forget that there are people that just listen and don't necessarily participate. And I do the same thing. But I guess part of it also is I have no idea why people would actually want to sit here and watch me for 2.5 hours. I don't have much, I don't know. Whatever, as long as it works. Shit. Ram 50, I have a cat attached to my beard. Yeah, that was actually happened to me last night. I woke up, my beard was like out as I was sleeping, and the dude was like right on it. Like his back was like pretty much up against my nose. His butt was in my armpit, and he was passed the fuck out. I'm like, well, guess I'm not moving from here for a while. Meanwhile, my arm, like when I sleep on my side, like I kind of do that. The pillow's here. My hand is usually right here. My arm is out, and Poofers has been laying on my arm there, and the dude has been tucking up, spooning up in like the armpit area at night a lot. Who's Asmongold? He's some super big, just chatting guy who also like watches videos and like other people's videos and like comments and whatever, reacts and just talks and chills, kind of like this. It's just when he goes live, he has tens of thousands of people watching instead of like, 70 to 100 like I do. Like one of his streams started and I joined. I just happened to be on the screen and I hit join and there was 100 people. And I literally sat there and watched it go up almost every second by hundreds and hundreds at a time. See you later, Pat. We will be here, as you know. Oh, I missed a 20 after. Cheers, 420, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out. The human cat heated blanket, says Zap. Well, the funny thing is when Poofers is sitting there, she's laying on a heating pad. It's turned off, usually. The little clicker's kind of in a weird spot, so sometimes it turns on. But she sleeps on that. Like, when I'm sleeping like this, the pillow ends, like right about here. And then there's about a foot gap, and then the other pillows start, which just kind of happened one day. So I just left the heating pad in the middle. So if you figure you got like pillows going across with a 1 foot gap in between them, and then if you draw that square, the bottom has another pillow out that my arm lays on. So she tucks into that square and then puts her head up on my arm and goes to sleep. Mr. S with an everyone stretch. That is a good call. Hey, and who, Isaac subscribed on YouTube. Did I miss that? I don't know if I did, but hey, everyone stretch. You've been sitting here for a while, especially if you're watching Clive too. Let's get a little bit of movement there. Crack your knuckles even if you need to, because it's not bad for you. It's been scientifically proven. It's an old fucking wives' tale. It does nothing bad to you. Ugh. All right, good stroke. There we go. All right. Mr. S is getting ready to roll. Yeah, actually, this week is all this... Wrong screen. Like, this is going to be my charging week since the power adapter here went bad. That means everything you see on the shelf gets plugged in overnight for the week. Getting pinned down by pets. You know, when I blew my shoulder out that Saturday when I was laying down, I just left the bedroom door open so the cats could freely come in and out. And at one point I fell asleep. I woke up, I had the dude in front of me, poofers on my arm. Ronnie was sleeping against my back, and Tiny Mama was tucked into like the back of my legs, like more, you know, the back side of my knees. Like she was sleeping there. I'm like, I can't move, but that's okay. Like they knew I was hurting. But that's fine. That all got worked out. Scrufdog telling Twitchers he's covered in pussies. Well, I kind of was. I mean, you know, one way or another, it was a fairly accurate statement. Black says, I do have a sofa couch kind of thing, but it's covered with Vala and Lucy most of the time. Yeah, and that's a lot of real estate there. Big dog. I don't really hang out in the living room that much anymore. Like, it's on my list of things to do. I gotta get in there, take the blankets outside, fucking flump them up a little bit before I even think about putting them in the washer, because, like, that would probably clog the entire fucking drainage system for the neighborhood if I tried to put that much cat hair through the washer. Especially if it's succeeded. Pianoman, this is why I haven't gotten rid of the double bed, but there's an odd tabletop on it, which makes a wicked table for crap. Why do you keep crap in your bed, Rob? There's better places for that. I would be lost without the sofa to pile things onto. It's in the middle of the room. Oh, well, there you go. No, I love my king-size bed because I have so much room for shit on the other side now. I keep my laptop over there. The cats sleep over there sometime. Extra blankets, pillows. Chicago Ted says, President Crispy likes to lie on my chest until I go sideways. Then he takes over the other side of the bed. Yeah. Like, none of my cats lay, like, all the way on me. They'll put their head on me, but none of my cats actually, like, lay all the way on me. I don't know why. I guess it's just, some cats, it's just not their thing. Like, I invite them, like, you know, I give them, like, the pat, like, invite them up, but they usually just lay their head there, and I'm like, well, that's fine, whatever. Ram50 says, so typically when a cat is nibbling at its hide and you think scratching the kitty is a good idea, not this cat. He only likes his head touched. The other areas, you could risk bloodshed. Yeah, yeah, I used to have to deal with that with the dude, but now he's just a big softy. Every once in a while, it's very rare at this point, but every once in a while I get a little bit of a chomp out of him if I like hit a bad spot or I pet him too much. Because the other thing he's been doing is coming up on this side and just kind of like laying up against me. Not like lengthwise, but like, you know, stand up and tip over, lay over. So I just sit there and scratch the back of his head for like 20 minutes. I guess eventually if I forget to move a little bit, it just gets a little sensitive. Sometimes he'll give me a whap, a little bit of a whap or a jump, and then I know just to back off. But he's still getting used to a little bit. of like what works for him getting pet. But I mean, like, I get it. If you're a cat that wasn't pet for at least 7 to 8 years, maybe never your entire life, because I don't know what happened to him as a kitten. But if that, either way, like, that's a lot to get used to again. And if he was never pet, that means for like the first 7 or 8 years of his life, he never got petted, and I'm the only person to pet him. Like, that's fucking horrible thought. Especially a big floof like him. Like, he's got that floof fur it's like thick but floof but tight, you know, not like woo, like super floofy like Mr. S's cat. But he's got like that tight, thick floof going on. He's very pettable, but he wasn't pet for so long. It's a fucking shame. All kitty cats need to be scritched. Rob, it only just fits in the bedroom, and I sleep in my living room on a single bed. Hey, you do actually? I was wondering about that, Rob. If I never actually knew if you were in a what we would call a studio apartment or like a 1-bedroom or whatever. Kind of thought you were in just a big ass studio apartment, but you do actually have a bedroom, like a door and a wall, or just like the section of the open area that's the bedroom. If you don't mind me asking, I don't think that would be too doxy or anything. Franco, I have a single small bed in my bedroom with a narrow passage between towers of crap to walk through. That's fine. When I was chilling with my former roommate a while ago, my bedroom was kind of like that, but that's because I had like house full of stuff in a bedroom, so it got a little stuffy. It's a 1-bedroom apartment, but the separate bedroom is just redundant. No, you can ask anything. It's just redundant? What do you mean redundant? Like it is like has a separate doorway, like it's a separate room? Just unneeded for you for the most part, I guess. When I had my studio apartment, like I had a fold out bed, like a sofa bed that was my bed. So like I would either sit up and watch TV or lay down and go to sleep. Like that was the only thing I had. That worked out for me for a while, except when I spilled rice on my junk and gave myself burns, but you know, kind of unrelated. What is your layout and the code of your security system? C2S would like to know. It was a nice bedroom with a double bed, but now it's just a junk room, workbench room. Oh, okay. All right. So it is like a separate room in there. Gotcha. Ram 50 says, I live in a motor home inside my shop with cat access. There you go. It's always good to have kitties around shops anyway, just to keep all the vermin out of there. I love going to sites where like they take care of their shop cats and have like litter boxes and regular feedings. And down at Grace, at one of the Graces, they have like the one guy has names for every cat, knows all their personalities, knows which ones fight, knows where to go feed certain ones, or if he can't find one, he'll go fucking searching the entire facility to find, you know, a missing cat or whatever. Like he really, like, yeah, that's probably the best. Like he took care of an entire colony of cats. Even had them like like neutered or whatever, and then put back kind of thing, so they wouldn't spread and make too many kitties. Franco Walker is out. I'm cold in here and I'm out of rum, so I'm going to bed. I dig it, Franco. Appreciate you hanging out. Have yourself a good night, good rest of the weekend. Go get warm and get a nice night's sleep. Yeah, try to get some sleep there, buddy. 150. I have customers who bring cat food, treats, and toys all the time. Perfect. Yeah, I got to the point when I would go down there, I'd take some extra treats, maybe take some Gucci, a few cans of Gucci just to put into the kitty fund. A couple of the cats got, for a while, for about a month, I was going down like every other day. So a couple of their cats got really used to me, and they'd just come hang out. Like to the point, I forget what his name was, but one of the boy cats would just always sit right next to me. I was trying to figure out if I could train him to like retrieve tools for me. And he was the one that fought all the other cats, but he kind of seemed to like hanging out with me. I don't no idea. That was like at my old concrete account. They had, I don't know, I called the cat Dusty. It was a gray cat that was also just full of concrete dust because it hung out in a concrete yard. That was a good kitty. She loved everybody that was on site. They took care of her really well, and then she got knocked up, and then one of the guys there adopted her, one of her kittens. A couple other people there adopted some of the kittens, and they were all taken really good care of. So that's cool. But then there was no more Dusty at the site, so it was also kind of not cool because then I didn't have a kitty to hang out with. They said there, you know, it's not like you can go get another shop kitty. You know, you kind of got to wait to see if they show up. Ram50 says, my cats do vehicle inspections because we have a rodent problem here. But that's a good inspector. They will definitely find it if there is one. All right, Franco. Cheers to you. I have one customer who comes by monthly just to have the cats inspect his truck. They find mice every time. No shit. That's fucking funny. Well, it's good. Just make sure he does well. He gets, you know, annual reviews, you know, make sure kitty gets a good raise. Make sure you take care of him. That's good. He's actively working in your shop. Very good. It's always good to have a specialist like that. Anyone else have an electric blanket on their bed? Asks Sparky. I do not. I do have that heating pad that on the really cold nights I'll go in and turn it on, and I'll just kind of shove all the blankets together on the pillow. So it's heating pad sits on the pillows, the blanket sits on top. I'll turn it on high and, like, you know, go away, you know, if I know about a half hour or more, because that thing burns for 2 hours, and that's usually nice and snuggy. I might get a electric blanket eventually, but once I'm warm in a bed, like an electric blanket would sweat me out. So I'd pretty much only use it for warming the bed up, which means most likely if I buy an electric blanket, it's going to go under the sheets because I have layers of blanket under there just to kind of soften everything, give it a little more breathability. But I'd probably end up putting it in there just to warm the bed up, put like a 20-minute timer on it or something. But I've thought about it. When I bought that heavy blanket, Jesus Christ, it's funny, like, oh, it's a 15-pound blanket, you know, 15-pound double bed-sized blanket. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Jesus Christ, man, you fucking working out every time you've got to roll over. I got one of them thinking it would help me sleep because I was having problems sleeping before, which turns out it was just because my head was getting too cold. But I got one of them, and it was almost annoying to sleep in. And maybe I'll give it a shot another time. But it was kind of annoying to sleep in because I roll over a lot. And like suddenly it was effort to roll over. El Jefe Crispy is also a great appreciator. There you go. Oh, of the electric blanket? Yeah, my bedroom is a converted garage with no ductwork. Oh, and it gets cold as fuck in Chicago. Yeah, it's a little bit cold in there. It's either cold or it's either a lot of cold in the air or a lot of bullets in the air. Preferably you're somewhere where it's mostly cold in the air. But hey, at least we got something in common there, Chicago, Ted. Between Baltimore and Chicago, we're constantly going back and forth for murder capital of the fucking world. So, hey, at least we got that in common. We live in shitholes. This whole country's going to shit, but what are you going to do? Just keep on trucking, make sure you got enough money to eat. Fancy the electric day blankets for when things get rough. I'm almost ready to buy one of them blanket snuggie. Is that are they snuggies? Like, I feel like that would actually, as goofy as they are, I kind of feel like that would actually be pretty good for like winter day chilling on the couch watching TV. I live on the far south side, so it's underrated. I've been for over 2 decades. Okay, yeah, as long as you don't have to worry about bullets just landing in your yard everywhere, that'd be good. creepy. Norman says Mr. AK. Our Norman's not creepy. The real life Battlemetrics PVC turd. Yeah, no, like no shit, like a Tozy. I don't know if you know who a Tozy is on YouTube. He's from what, Norway? Or one of those things up there, one of those countries up there. I think it's Norway. Or Sweden or something. Even he called Baltimore one of the United States' most popular PvP servers. Like, he lives on the other side of the fucking planet and they know about this shithole I gotta deal with. Luckily, I'm not in it. I'm 3 or 4 miles from it, because that helps. But, yeah, I avoid going into the city as much as possible. Like, I've straight up told my dispatch, "Hey, you got any jobs?" Like, well, we got this one here, here, and here. And I'm like, yeah, I ain't going into the city. Fuck that. If you ain't got anything else, I'm going to go home. All right, see ya. Like, I've, yeah, I don't know. There's certain company policies that I don't necessarily agree with if they're going to send you into a city that is known literally worldwide to be fucking dangerous as shit, but they have various policies enabled that keep you from keeping yourself safe. Because it's not like the fucking cops are going to come when you're down on North Avenue and something goes down. The cops ain't even going to fucking show up. Because they're going to get shot too. You know what I mean? But, yeah. If I can't enter the city prepared for the city, then I prefer not to enter the city. But, wait, what? Okay. Chicago had plenty of nice neighborhoods on the rich north side. I would never stay overnight in. Yeah. Everybody thinks their neighborhood is nice. Until you start comparing it to other ones and you go, ooh. Cyberlight, I was always cold. Then I slept more and built more muscle. Now I don't need that anymore. And it's about 16C in my bedroom. Now I had a problem for a really long time, for like years, 2-3 years. I started to notice, like, when I was sleeping, I would just sweat. It would be cold as shit in a room and I'd just be sweating. I couldn't figure it out. So I literally bought different blankets, like a few different blankets to figure it out. That didn't help. Could not figure it out until finally I accidentally fell asleep in a hoodie with the hood up. And I slept solid. Did not overheat, didn't sweat, was comfortable as shit. And that's when I realized my bald ass head was getting so cold because of the fan and the cold air just breezing over it, that my core was fucking cranking the furnace up to keep my fucking brain from freezing, almost literally. So everything was getting hot when I was just trying to keep my head warm. So now I sleep with my hoodie up or a fucking little sleep beanie cap, like, you know, one of the thinner ones for sleeping. And I don't have that problem anymore. Manopause, yeah, I guess. Chicago says, I did live in Baltimore proper for 8 months. Used to go to sleep hearing gunshots in Patterson Park throughout the night. Yeah, I did. That soundtrack ain't changed, man. That soundtrack has not changed. Anything that's different about it is the beat's a little bit off. Red Dorver, our neighborhood is safe. There's always a police helicopter overhead. Yeah, that's when you know you got the safe spot. Oh, they're always just watching for our safety. Last sip here. Punctuation rules. I got night sweats. Turned out to be alcohol for me. Interesting about the head covering. Yeah. Like, I never would have thought about that. But then I realized, like, after I figured that out, I went to sleep once with my hoodie down, and when I woke up sweating, I fucking put my hand on my head and went, holy shit. Like, it was cold. And that's when I just kind of confirmed or whatever, you know what I mean? But yeah, apparently if your head gets cold, your core is going to try and kick up to keep your brain, like, you know, the big important thing up there at proper temperature. So I kind of makes sense to me. Don't you feel safe, normal citizen? Well, I feel safer now that I have ways to protect myself. I'll tell you what. That's actually sitting in the other room right now. Well, there's one over there, two in that room, but yeah. Jay says, hey Scruff, thanks for another good show. Gonna call it and watch a movie with the wife. Well, there you go. What kind of movie you watching? Oh, baby. Yeah. Either way, whatever movie you watch, I hope you have a good evening and a good Sunday. If it's gonna be cold where you are tomorrow and you ain't got anything else going on, then probably come up with a good way to keep warm. Kiss your wife for us, JSS Wizard says Chicago Ted. Wherever you need to. No one leg out of the duvet for temp control. Well, yeah, I was doing that too, and I still do that. But well, I guess when your head is an ice cube, it doesn't give a shit what you try to do. I imagine doing that would probably just make the core kick in more, because now it's losing heat when it's trying to keep your brain going. But yeah, man, like keeping my head warm is a fucking sleeping game changer. Thanks, JSS, by the way. Have a groovy time. Treasure Bloke says, I wear my open face balaclavas all through January, February. Yeah, see, Treasure knows what's up. Yeah, our hair is a little less than up top, so he knows what's up. Got to keep that head warm. The Balmit, the X got cold feet, didn't help me sleep any better. Well, what kind of cold feet you're talking about there? Because there's the X, so that could be a clue. Oh yeah, I got to have a foot out under the covers, and hopefully the night demon will lick them and not chew them. Yes, yes. Luckily, my cats don't really care about my feet except for Tiny Mama. Tiny Mama really does seem to have like a foot fetish. Like it like excites her, gets her fired up, and then she tries to like wrestle my foot and like kick at it and bunny kick it, and then she wants to lick it and hug it, and like she really has a straight up foot fetish. And doesn't look like anybody's out there. Let's see, is anybody in the tube? Yeah, Ronnie's not even in his tube. He must be upstairs. Tube raider. Yeah, Ronnie is our new tube raider. Cyberlight, my aunt lives on a big island. The door is always open. No one steals anything. Well, you know what? If you live in the right place, you can kind of still do that. Definitely not around here. Rob says there's a drought near the head end of my bed too. One of the old cats used to wake me up by biting my feet. Well, there's one way to do it. Spookswood says long sleeve and hoodie helps. It's cold in these temps. Yeah, some nights, just, putting this out there. Some nights I only sleep in the hoodie. Some nights I wear like my little lightweight basketball short things. And some nights I have on my jammy jams like I do now. It all depends. Usually when I start with my full-length jammy jams on, at some point I'll wake up and take them off because my heat will catch up and I won't need them. But the head covering pretty much always stays. Used to make you jump when they bit your feet. Well, that's why they do that. Lock Watcher might watch Under Siege 2 tonight. Did that still have that douchebag Steven Seagal still in there? God, it's amazing how much shit has come out about him since his career has fucking tanked. And how much of a fucking asshole and like non-skilled martial artist he actually is. Mr. Egg Cake Sleep Snood. I used to. But now I actually put clothes on because it turns out I sleep better like that. Go figure. Wearing 50, I have a cat that wakes me up every morning at 5 a.m. by knocking my reading glasses off the lamp. Yeah, my cats pretty much learned to avoid the nightstand because every time they get near it, I'm like, no, and I just push them off of it. But yes, anytime they really wake me up. As if Pooh first decides she wants to switch ends on the head end of the bed. She usually steps on my head when she walks from one side to the other. I don't know how to get that to stop. Or if they want out, they shake the door, because the door's, you know, like any old door, it's a little, in any old interior door, it's a little wobbly in the hinges or in the latch, so they know to like bang on it, and then that wakes me up and lets them out. But that's also like, they also have figured out that once they're out in the middle of the night, that's it, because that's when I stick the sock in the door when I close it, so the door doesn't rattle anymore. That means it won't wake me up. But they're pretty much getting used to that. Like, they kind of know once they're out for the night, I'm not going to get up every 10 minutes to let them back in and out and in and out when I'm trying to sleep. And yeah, I used to sleep nude with cats too. Yeah, that was very risky. I literally had concerns about that every once in a while. You never know where sharp claws are going to land. Cake part was the only good thing in the first one. Cake part? Which cake part? No, is this an Under Siege thing? Like, I don't remember. I think it had something to do with a train or something. At least one of them did. Or that was another one of his movies. I have no idea. Sock on the doorknob means don't mess with the door. Well, yeah, for us. But when it's actually in the between the door and the frame, actually, I guess it kind of does mean the same thing. Because it is just above head height, so they can see when that sock is wedged in the door. So I kind of wonder if they finally figured out the visual indicator. You're not supposed to put the sock on the door, not in the door. It's supposed to put on the door, not in the door there, Klaus. Yeah, I did. It depends on what kind of pussy you're trying to keep in or out. That really matters where the sock goes. Depends on the puss. Under Season 1, a stripper and a cake, says C2S. I feel like I kind of remember that. I probably haven't watched that movie in over 20 years. Probably over 20. Under Siege, Meg Ryan comes out of a cake as a stripper. Yeah, okay. Oh, Meg Ryan. Okay, I kind of remember that scene. Sort of. Yeah, okay. I can zap Sparky. I can stay in bed, but the need for brew gets my ass out of bed. Do you mean coffee or beer? Because I get out of bed for coffee, especially now that I have purchased some Bailey's Irish Cream, because that is one of the best additives you can put in coffee. You don't drink it because it gets you drunk, because it doesn't. You're putting it in hot coffee. Most of the alcohol evaporates out of it because of the heat. But the flavor is something you can't beat with the non-alcoholic version. So, Under Siege 2 was on the train. Okay. Erica Eleniak was in Under Siege 1 and in the cake. It was Erica in the cake. Okay. I have no idea. If I bought a tease maid, then I would probably end up with bed sores, as I would never need to move again apart from the toilets. Well, I mean, that's easy. That's just a funnel and a hose and a window. A tea maid, is that like one of those things that's just all you need in one tray for the tea thing? She was on Baywatch. Ah, okay, one of those. Okay. Well, let's see. Let me see who that was. Let me see which one it was. Erica, I don't know, Eleniak. Well, she is definitely past her prime. Sorry, but good lord, that is not the best picture to put at the very front of the fucking search engine. Jesus. Whew. Looks like that leftover plastic surgery didn't look age too well, did it? Okay, yeah, her. Okay. Sorry, I had to start scrolling to figure out who the fuck that was. Yeah, plastic surgery. It's a hell of a fucking thing when 30 years later. Yes, and they had an alarm too, so it could be woken up to fresh tea. Holy shit, dude. You fucking biscuit heads, man. Fucking, You ain't doing shit over there for innovation. You can't fucking fire a rocket to save your ass. Can't get anything into space. Have no fucking real technology going on. But goddamn, you can make a fucking tea machine that basically does its own thing. All right. I see where y'all priorities are. Fucking hell. He's not aged well. Nah, Mr. A-Kig. That's like, yeah, she aged like fine cheese sitting in the fucking desert for fucking 5 years. Jesus Christ. Looks just about the same way, too. Like, sorry, but like, when you get all that shit done to you when you look older, if you get all that shit done to you when you're younger, I have absolutely no empathy for you when you get older and look like a fucking train wreck. Sorry. Like, you did that to yourself, and ugh, you went from fucking first to worst, and that's your own fucking fault. Congratulations. At least nowadays, when the fucking youngsters are getting them big dumb fucking lips injection shit that makes them look like a fucking cartoon retard, at least that shit wears off after a little while. Christ, that's some dumbass shit right there. Another fucking thing. Like, you look like a fucking cartoon moron when your fucking lips are that big. So fucking unattractive. I don't know who the fuck likes that. Oh, she's got DSLs. No, she's got fucking overinflated fucking blimps on her lips that makes her look like a fucking moron. Sorry. Anyway. Christ. Treasure Bloke says people were pranking America by saying that you have to wait for the clock to chime and then you can have tea at tea time. Yeah, I just drink tea when I need to. A trout pout. Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah, the fucking fish lips. Yeah, trout pout. Yeah, fucking hell. The plastic surgery cat lady. Yeah, there was some fucking lady that, like, after all her fucking shit was done, she got older. She looked like a rotten lion. Looked like a lion that got shot 10 years ago, but nobody told it was dead. Cookie says, stop calling me Jesus, Scrufdog. You're not my real father. I am your father. No, I hope I'm not your daddy, because I ain't paying you any fucking child support. You can go fuck yourself on that. Yeah. They are like mini airbags in case you get hit by a door. Yeah, Christ. And so much of them have fucking shit under their nose anyway. They might as well break that bitch and put it back to where it's supposed to fucking be. He's teething, rub some whiskey on his gums. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got the old whiskey treatment when I was a kid. I'm pretty sure that I confirmed that at some point in my life by asking straight up, because that was the thing, man. A little Jack Daniels on the gums and you're teething. Sorted. Apparently, my grandma did this with Brandy when mom was a baby and saved her life from pneumonia. Okay, so we're getting babies drunk from now on. That'll work. Might as well. Fucking everything else is getting weird in the world. What is this? This ain't bad. I never heard this before. Mom used bourbon. And yeah, apparently my parents used Jack Daniels, which may explain why I used to drink a 750 of fucking Jack Daniels a goddamn night for years. I don't remember a lot of that, but apparently I had a good time from what I was told. Apparently I had a decent amount of money for spending that much fucking money every day on goddamn alcohol, too. Fuck me. I remember I'd go on 2-week binges and not have a fucking clue what happened, and then I'd stop drinking for a few days, and then I'd just start over again like a fucking moron. Good lord. Hold on, let me see what's going on over here. All kinds of shit going on here. Brantley Gang, he's got another short out. I haven't seen him in a minute. And I'm still using the auto cat feeder for Dude Bro. It's actually quite convenient to use that. I just keep checking. It sends a notification through Wi-Fi every time it feeds, and I check it every day anyway. That, and just so I can still go out and hang out with them. I do need to get some pictures of him so you can witness Dude Bro's immaculate winter form, that of a fluffy watermelon. Like, he is a round boy right now. Holy shit. He's probably like 2 of the dude, and the dude last year the dude still fattened up during the winter, even though he was inside, but he came in at the beginning of the winter. This year he's not quite as plump as he was last year, but he did kind of fatten up a little bit. I guess we'll see what happens next year when winter doesn't really come, but kind of does thing. Like his fur isn't as thick as it was before either. His bro's still, yeah, dude, bro, he's, let me see, hold on. Let's see if he's at his, let's see if he's at home right now. Because I did move the dude cam over there. Let me see if he's home. He's usually home about this time of night. He is not home. And there's a piece of grass in front of a lot of the camera, but I can still see in there. No, he's not home now, but let me see. I think I have a video of, let me see if I can find a recent video of Dude Bro, because I did have a couple from the past few days. I actually saved one of them, but oh no, that's right. You have to actually like mark the thing to save it. Let me see. Dude cam. Yeah, most of those are live views. So actually that should probably make it easier to find them. There we go. Here's one. Okay, how can I share this without anything in there that you shouldn't see? Doesn't look like it. Let me bring that back here. So there's his brother. Oh, there we go. There's Dude Bro's brother. Like, the patterning is exactly the same, except the dude has fucking more white spots on him. And the little power cable right there, that's for the feeder, and that one's for the heater. Feeder. Or heater feeder. But he is a little watermelon. Especially when you see him out there walking. But yeah, Dude Bro's doing good. He's keeping warm, doing his thing. Still keeping his social life going, you know, as Dude Bros do. But I do want to get some pictures of him during the daytime. But he's cool. When I go out there to hang out with him, he will sit within a foot or two, that range of like a foot or two, like almost one body width away from me, and he'll like sniff at me if I'm not looking. But if I look at him, he'll kind of like back up. So like, I think he's smelling his brother on him and trying to figure it out. But he, you know, he's cool with me. He just doesn't want me to pet him. Stand around boy. Yeah, he's definitely a round boy. Scruff with his voyeur cam. Yes, my voyeur pussy cam. The Dude Bro. He must still be able to smell his bro. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like, I know he missed him, or misses him, or at least missed him for the first few days, because after the dude came in, I could hear Dude Bro, like, meow, like, meow, like, calling, like, a sound I've never heard him before, so I know he was looking for him. Which is also kind of interesting, because during those few days where he was meowing for him, Dude Bro was still coming up to the porch to eat, and would see his brother inside the house. But, like, I don't know. Maybe he was meowing, hoping his brother would want to come out, but the dude really likes it in here. He's never tried to leave. Can cats see IR? I think they can see a little bit of it. I don't know. I'm not a cat nap. The dude brought himself in. I had nothing to do. All I did was open the door to go outside, and he started to want to come inside. That was all his decision. And like I said, I told him straight up, if you come inside during Thanksgiving, you know, like 2 Thanksgivings ago, like, if you come in, like, you're just going to stay in. I'm just going to close the door and you're just going to be inside, cat now. And he came in fucking Thanksgiving night, and instead of just walking in, hanging out, and then walking back out, he walked in, went up the stairs, and laid down. I was like, well, he obviously understood what I said, and he, I guess he's confirming that decision for me, so he made that choice. Now it's up to his brother to decide if he wants to get his big watermelon ass in here as well. But in good time, I'm not going to push him. I'm not going to like trap him or force him in there. If he wants to come in, he can come in. During the spring, summer, and fall, it'll be easier because there may be days I'll just go out and just like chill, like near the house as he comes and goes. Let him sniff me up a little bit, offer him some treats and some goosh. See what happens. Like, I don't know if he's ever been petted either. No idea. So, yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I'm not going to push the issue. Seems to be doing all right in his heated cat house, so. Ram 50, yes, that is the same with my outdoor cat, Big Daddy. He came in and prefers to stay in. Occasionally he goes out to potty, but then he's right back in. Can I have treats if I sniff you up? Yeah, pretty much every time I go there, he likes to sniff me. So if I'm out there and there's no food in the tray, I'll hit the button to like give him some extra foodie. And we have a Twitch ad starting in less than a minute. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and snooze that because we're going to be ending within a few minutes anyway because it is past 8 o'clock. So let's see. To summarize, I'll be working on this lamp. And what I'll probably do is as I work on it, once I figure out what I'm going to do, once it's go time, I'll probably just live stream fixing the lamp up and soldering and trying to figure everything out. I may not necessarily be able to get it all done in one go because you know how that goes. Sometimes you're like, ah, shit, I need a burp kind of thing. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. But yeah, when I fix that up, I'll do it live and hopefully it'll be this month. I got other house projects I absolutely need to finish. Like I said, I missed time when I was off because of my shoulder, but that is definitely on one of the priority lists. So anyway, Cyberlight says cats can't see IR, but they can see UV. Oh, UV. I kind of thought it was one of those. You know what I mean? Like a little different. Rob says, I like grabbing Monty and having him here for a while. Yeah, Rob's the real catnapper. He grabs his neighbor's cats and covets him for months at a time. Nah, Monty's a good kitty. Let's head over to the schematic. Yeah, I know this will just probably be winging it. Really, the most, probably the biggest choice I'm going to have to come up with is if I don't use a factory style switch, what will I use? So hopefully, let's see, 3-way, what was that? Mr. 8 Cake has donated 10 pounds. Is that pound? Yeah, it's pounds. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that, Mr. 8 Cake. A cheers to you. Let's see, 3-way light switch. But that's going to be something different. Like, what would that be? 3-way light switch what? Because obviously it's just bringing up everything for house wiring. 3-way light switch. I don't think fixture would probably just bring the same shit up. No, it actually brings exactly that up. Okay. Yeah, they're like anywhere from $7 to $20 for a 3-way clicky switch. Oh, but I gotta see, because those are probably bright. And that would be the wrong one. But I'll see, maybe one of these is actually a one or the other and whatever. Okay, yeah, all right. Oh, yeah, I gotta remember that some 3-ways are just current limiters. Or voltage. What is he do? The fuck do you... Current limiters. Whereas some of them are gonna be for 2 bulbs, so that's going to be kind of specialist, but probably findable. I'll see what I can come up with to find it all in this. It would, like I said, it'd be great if I could do top, bottom, both, or bottom and then both, and then off. Yeah, that way you have like the night light feature or the full bright feature kind of thing. Please don't trigger with a 3-way situation. No menages on the lamp. No menages on the lamp. Definitely not a gang switch. Yeah, we're not trying to gang bang the light. But we are going to have to see what I can find for that. But it looks like it might be something out there. And if not, then it'll just be an all or nothing. 3-terminal, 2-socket lamp. Okay, let's try that. 3-terminal, 2-socket lamp. 3-terminal, 2-socket lamp socket. A 3-terminal, 2-circuit lamp socket controls 2 separate lights like a main bulb and a night light with one fixture, allowing an independent or simultaneous operation via the turn knob for different settings, night, main, both, or off. Unlike a standard socket or even a 3-way socket, it only manages one bulb's levels. It has 3 terminals, 2 for main power, hot neutral, and a third for the extra wire running to the second bulb, often found in table lamps with a base light. Well, that sounds exactly what we were looking for. Thank you very much. There's Chicago Ted. Now I'm seeing a lot of those for about the same prices, maybe? Unless those are the generic ones. But yeah, either way, okay, yeah, 2-circuit. There's one on Etsy for $3. I'll probably see if I can find one from the depot. Oh, there's eBay. 3-way, 1-pack. Brass light socket, plated. 2-circuit turn knob, medium base socket, 1/8 IPS PLT, $7. Well, where's the third terminal at? I don't trust that one because there's no actual picture of where it goes or how it attaches. But that one has it. All right. Either way. Okay. Leviton 3-way socket lamp holder. Yeah, as long as that does 2 separate lights. But yeah, okay. Now I have ideas. I have possibly one in front of me. That'll work. Because obviously that's not going to matter. You know, if it's one, other, or both, it's not going to have any limiting shit in it. So I can put whatever voltage I want through it. And that one actually says it's only rated for 7 watts. But it says it's made for incandescent bulbs, so that doesn't make sense. But anyway, yeah. All right, good. Thank you for the clues. Scruff said, "Let there be light," and all the neighborhood went out. Yeah, I almost did that once, sort of. Ram 50, I just wonder if that has some history involving the Chicago 3-way wiring. It could. Oh, the nightlight socket is 7 watts. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, but this one doesn't actually have any wires and shit on it. But you also don't see where the terminals are. Well, I guess at this point, I'll take that one apart and just see what's in it. Maybe if I take it apart, it'll be obvious on how to put it back together, and I can actually fix that one. Yeah, we'll see. All right. That all being said, actually, let me... 3-terminal, 2-circuit lamp socket. All right. We got that. I'm sure I can find that at Lowe's, Home Depot, or Amazon. But, all right. One last cheers, and then we're out of here, folks. Appreciate you hanging out for the evening. I'm going to get out of here and go work on my vein server. And go from there. As I say, I might stream tomorrow, might not. If I do, it'll be vain. We'll see how it is when I wake up and how much shit I get done tomorrow. But either way, thank you for... Oh, the fucking ad started again. Damn it. All right, hold on. Forgot about the Twitch. I fucking started rambling on and that 5-minute snooze ran out. But, let's see, another 10 seconds on that. Then I'll try to start over again a little bit. So some of you see the ads, some of you don't. Who knows? It's Twitch. It's like a fucking roll of the dice sometimes. So, anyway, now that ad's over. Again, appreciate everybody hanging out today. I'll see you sometime this week or this weekend or tomorrow or whatever for another Vein stream. And I hope the rest of your weekend goes well. So, I'm out of here. Be groovy to each other, and I am out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.